Hello and welcome to the thriving video for your Oregon Trail crafting guide. In our video today, we're going to go over a couple of different things. We're going to spruce this boring looking spreadsheet up because it is quite boring. If you are watching this video, it is because you have added all of your items. You are on line 13. You've done a better job than me because all of this stuff is filled in, should be filled in, and it was checked by Mr. Meyer. So Mr. Meyer, present day Mr. Meyer, gave you the okay to watch this video. We're going to go through about 5 different things I'm going to have you do on this spreadsheet. I'm going to go kind of quickly, so please pause this video at any point in time that you want to go back and get this done. So don't feel like you have to watch the whole thing to the end. You will forget. I promise I have way too many things in here, and this is all new to you. So pause the video at any point in time, especially after I get done with something. Go do it on your spreadsheet and then come back to this video. So this is going to be a kind of an interactive thing, I guess. First things first, what we're going to do is we're going to take all of these items that are right here and we are going to put them in alphabetical order. Right now they're not in alphabetical order, so we're going to do that. It's a super easy thing. This is what I love about spreadsheets. The power of this spreadsheets is awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight. Okay, look how I did this. I clicked in this cell. I drug all the way down so that I highlighted everything. Okay, watch again. I'm going to click in the first cell. I'm going to highlight this all. Do you notice how I did not highlight this top row? That's because I want it to stay exactly where it's at. I do not want these mixed in with everything else. If you do happen to accidentally get this mixed up in here, then hit the undo button and try it again, only highlighting these cells, okay? When you do that, you're going to go inside the highlighted or shaded area, and you're going to do a right click, okay? And you're going to come down to where it says sort range. I'll click sort range. It's going to say sort range from these 3 columns. And I'm going to say I want to sort this by column A. This is column A. You can see it grayed out here a little bit. Column A. I want to sort column A from A to Z, just like that. I can click sort and look what it does. It sorts everything. And what it does, and this is what's cool, I have this all highlighted. So it keeps all of that information. So do you notice how fishing rod, all my stuff for fishing rods stayed with that row. It didn't stay up here and jumble all my other stuff around. So that is why you don't want to just highlight that row. You want to highlight the whole thing, just like that. So now we are in alphabetical order, which is perfect. Again, you can pause this video and go do that if you want to. I'm going to move on to the next thing. What we're going to do next is we're going to put a header row on this. And so we're going to put like kind of nice little title so it makes this look a little bit nicer. So you see row 1 right here. I'm going to right click on row 1 and I'm going to say insert one above, and I'm going to put a row right up above it. Okay, see how I did that? I put one blank row up above it. And then what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take and highlight these 3 blank rows right there. Okay. I'm going to come up to, I believe it's in format. Yes, it is. And I'm going to merge these cells horizontally. So what happens now is I have one big cell. See how I have one big cell now instead of 3 cells like this? What's nice about that is I can actually center this and say something like Oregon Trail Crafting Guide. And if you want to get really fancy, you could put like your name on here. So I'd say like Mr. Myers, Oregon Trail Crafting Guide, something like that. So that's your next step. You're going to be inserting in a row. You're going to be merging the cells, and then you're going to center a title of this on there. Perfect. Got that done. You can go ahead and pause this video if you need time. Remember, if you need to. Otherwise, we're going to keep on moving. All right, so next step what we're going to do is color some stuff. We're going to make this kind of look pretty. So I'm going to click a cell. When I click the cell, I'm going to come up to the paint can. And I'm going to find the paint can, and I'm going to find some colors here. And I'm going to pick this in kind of a darker color here, okay? Going in this. And then what I can do here is I can also highlight this stuff, these 3 cells. I'm going to make them a little bit lighter. So we're going to color this slightly different color here. And then also what I want to do is I'm actually going to color this row into. And this is where I'm going to leave it up to you. You can just be kind of creative and do kind of whatever you like. Say I like to keep the same kind of color schemes if I could possible, but you can color whatever cells you want to. Now I want you to be careful. I didn't click the A. That's to change the text color, and I don't want you to do that. I want you to probably leave that black. Okay. What I want you to do is I want you to fill the cell in. with a color, okay? And so, like I said, use whatever color scheme you want. If you want to make every different every row a different color, you can. That's totally up to you. The only thing I suggest is to please no super dark colors, because super dark colors make it really hard to read. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to change some fonts. So if I click a cell here, I believe I can just pick a different font just like that. I don't even have to highlight the text. I could just click the cell and I can change the font. I can make it bigger if I want to. Biggest thing here that I want to do is I want to make sure that I kind of keep stuff somewhat the same. So if I have one column title in one font, keep the rest of them that way too. It kind of just looks nicer. And then also, don't make this so big you can't even read it. So I might bold that a little bit, make it look a little nicer. I might make this just a little bit bigger so it stands out. But I kind of want to keep this on one row. So we're going to change font, change the size, bold some stuff if you want to. Okay? Last thing we're actually going to do here before we call our quits is we're going to highlight all of our texts again, all of our boxes again, okay, our cells. And then we're going to come to this right here, which is our borders. And so what we can do is we can actually put borders on all of our stuff. If I wanted to put a border around every box, I could. If I wanted to do no, I could take that off too. If I wanted to just do borders on, let's say, the horizontals, I could do that. I could do the horizontals and one around the outside like that. So notice how that looks, kind of cool. So you can kind of play around with that too. So this thriving assignment here kind of leaves a little bit up to you as far as changing your font to whatever you'd like to, changing the color scheme however you'd like to, putting the borders around. But to get a perfect O on this assignment, you have to have this title centered, font needs to be changed, cells need to have color in them. This needs to be in alphabetical order, and you need to have some sort of boxing or bordering around your cells. Get those things done, check out with Mr. Meyer, and you will be ready for the next step of this lesson, which is actually doing the Minecraft simulation, which is super, super fun. So go ahead, get this work done. Again, rewind, fast forward, wherever you need to go, get done what you need to get done, and have President Mr. Meyer check it when you're finished. Good luck.
Step 13, enjoy popular music.
Jump the charts again, Everything is Awesome.
Oh my gosh, I love this song.
Everything is